What up, Techies? As we gaze out into the night sky, it's easy to feel like we are alone in the universe. But according to some scientists, there are 7 different types of advanced civilizations that could be out there among the stars. Planetary societies, star societies, galactic societies, universal society, multiversal societies, multidimensional societies, and creator societies are just some of the possibilities. Our current civilization hasn't even become a Type 1 planetary civilization yet, and we're unfortunately stuck around level 0.72. The classification of these civilizations was based on the speculations of an astronomer named Nikolai Kardashev, although there is no evidence that they actually exist. Recent discoveries, however, have raised the possibility that a Type 2 stellar civilization does exist. A civilization deserving of the label stellar would have the means to harness the power of the stars for virtually all of their needs. During the month of March 2009, NASA launched the Kepler Space Telescope into a heliocentric orbit around the Sun. The telescope was primarily built to identify extrasolar planets similar in size to Earth. The constellations of Cygnus, Lyra, and Draco in the Milky Way are all visible within its range of view. All the peculiar findings were spotted in Cygnus. Kepler employs the transit method to look for extrasolar planets. When a planet crosses in front of a star, it'll appear to be touching. When this occurs, the brightness of the star when observed by a telescope will decrease slightly. It would be possible to track the star's brightness variations on a regular basis if a planet were to routinely pass in front of it. Once this regular shift in brightness has been noticed, we can estimate characteristics, such as the size of the planet transiting the star. Using this strategy, the brightening and dimming would occur at predictable intervals, with nearly the same magnitude of change each time. But in September 2015, we saw nothing out of the ordinary. In the constellation Cygnus, around 1,400 light-years from Earth, is a star with the designation KIC 84628552. Call it KIC for short. Kepler noticed fluctuations in KIC's brightness, but both the time and the magnitude of these shifts were very different from what had been seen in other stars. KIC's brightness, for one, didn't vary on a regular basis. The brightness fluctuates in a random fashion, and by varying degrees at different times. Over more time, it becomes clear that the fluctuations are still not regular. Nobody at NASA could figure out what was going on. Technicians originally assumed that Kepler was malfunctioning, but their investigation confirmed that the telescope was operating normally. Scientists decided to double-check historical data and made a startling discovery. On March 5, 2011, KIC's brightness abruptly reduced by 15%. Then, in 2013 on February 28th, and again on April 17th, KIC's brightness plummeted by 22%. In a space of 6 years, 12 incidences were recorded that were very similar. It's very strange that the light level dropped so quickly. Why? Because planets couldn't possibly be to blame for this. According to calculations, if an Earth-sized planet transited in front of KIC, it would cause a fall in the brightness of only roughly 0.01%. Jupiter is a very large planet with a diameter 1/10 that of the Sun. As KIC has a radius of just 1.58 times that of the Sun, its brightness would drop as Jupiter passed in front of it during transit. In order to induce a 22% fall in brightness, the passing object would have to be at least as wide as half the radius of KIC. Is it possible for a planet to be this massive? Even if a planet of this size did exist, its core would have already begun undergoing nuclear fusion, and this planet would actually be a star. If a star passed in front of KIC, we wouldn't detect a drop in brightness. Is it possible that natural causes are to blame for the dimming of the sky? There is some truth to the idea that a star dims with time as it reaches its end of life. Yet it would take, although progress would be slow at first, once the structure was able to harvest power from its star, construction would pick up speed. The speed at which the Dyson sphere is completed would gradually rise. Put another way, the star it covers would become darker. To some degree, this mirrors what we've noticed with KIC. Not only has no one been able to corroborate the existence of a Dyson sphere orbiting KIC, but this enigmatic dimming also does not provide conclusive evidence for the presence of a Type 2 civilization in the Cygnus constellation. In 2021, a study paper was published in Nature. It was reported that on May 17, 2021, China's Large High-Altitude Air Shower Observatory recorded gamma-ray photons reaching up to 1.4 peta-electron volts. Scientists were taken aback by the extraordinary intensity of these cosmic rays, making them the most powerful ever recorded. Allow me to attempt to convey just how impactful this is. Cosmic rays are a sort of high-energy radiation that travels through outer space. The protons make up most of their composition, at about 90%. Cosmic rays move through deep space at nearly the speed of light and constantly bombard Earth. The atmosphere is the layer of gas that encloses the Earth. The particles carried by cosmic rays are annihilated when they collide with the Earth's atmosphere. Much of the power has already dissipated by the time the remnants make it to the surface. Because of this, we don't have to worry about being exposed to cosmic rays when we're on the surface. A cosmic ray observation station is a system capable of detecting cosmic rays that reach the Earth's surface. On May 17, 2021, cosmic rays rained on the Earth's surface as they were observed by cosmic ray observation sites around the planet. There are times when this rain is mild and other times when it's quite heavy. However, no matter how intense these cosmic rays were, they were always merely rain. In 2021, scientists detected cosmic rays with energies of 1.4 PeV, making them an order of magnitude more powerful. Compared to a rain of cosmic rays, this was more like a concentrated water jet. This startling contrast between the cosmic ray rains of the past and the water jet of 2021 surprised scientists. Normal cosmic rays are continually adjusting their paths because of the influence of magnetic fields in space. This means that it is impossible for a cosmic ray observation station to determine the source of a standard cosmic ray. How then can we be sure that the water jet originated in Cygnus? A large amount of light particles or photons contained is how we know. It was consequently possible to ascertain their origin, and we learned that they originated in the constellation Cygnus. Why did these particular cosmic rays come from Cygnus? What produced them? Absolutely no one has any idea. It has been hypothesized that this occurred as a result of natural processes, but a coincidence of this magnitude seems quite unlikely. Cosmic rays are unimpeded by magnetic fields with an advanced civilization in Cygnus. Is it possible that they might have advanced science and technology? The European Organization for Nuclear Researches, or CERN, says a Large Hadron Collider can accelerate a single photon to an energy of 0.01 PeV. This is the best that we can currently do. It would need technology thousands or perhaps tens of thousands of years ahead of our own to be able to accelerate a significant number of photons to 1.4 PeV and then deliver them 1,400 light years away. In all likelihood, a Cygnus-based advanced civilization capable of sending such cosmic rays would also possess the means to construct a Dyson sphere. But Cygnus, the swan, has one more mystery for us to unravel. A mesh-like nebula 77 light-years wide can be seen in Cygnus. An image shot by a satellite telescope just recently highlighted a single straight line within this nebula. It's not very organic sounding, to put it mildly. A white line, just as straight, would be left behind by an airplane in the sky. Maybe it was a spaceship's exhaust trail. Such a long trail shown in the photograph indicates that the distance traveled by this craft is substantial. If that's true, then the intelligent society in Cygnus might very likely be at least a Type 2 stellar civilization. Our speculation is simply that at this point it's likely that this straight line, the variations in KIC brightness, and the water jet cosmic rays are all the result of natural processes. On the other hand, these phenomena are all outside the realm of our previous understanding. So many unexplained phenomena in Cygnus make us think there must be something out there that we don't know about. Whether or not this is a Type 2 stellar civilization, it's still fascinating to think about. What do you think? Let us know in the comments section below.